Rainier Avenue Radio.
COVID-19 hurt my income, my health, and my family. We were about to lose our home when we heard we might be eligible for homeowner assistance funds from the government. We called 1-877-894-HOME, and a housing counselor stepped in. They talked to our lender and saved our home. Because falling on hard times does not have to mean losing your home. Federal funding details at washingtonhaf.org.
Join Rainier Avenue Radio from 5 to midnight for Sunday evening sound sessions. Jazz from the cabinets from Big Poppy.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Sergio LaCour's Love Lines.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Go to the phone line. Tell her who we talking to.
Sage Prince and Just My Opinion.
This is Sage, and that's just about going to do it for the first half of Just My Opinion.
K-Fox Nightbeat with Nasty Ness Rodriguez.
The beat of the Fox. K-Fox Nightbeat, Nasty Ness.
You know what? You're going to listen from 5 to midnight. Just turn it on and don't stop. DJ Alibaba. The Underground Surround Sound Star Time with Paul
Thanks
Pearson.
for tuning in. My name is Paul Pearson.
Sunday evening
is
sound
Star
sessions on Rainier Avenue Radio. Trust me, you'll be listening the entire time from 5 to midnight. Sunday evening, your sound session on Rainier Avenue Radio.
On Rainier Avenue Radio.world, look for the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show. I'm Dennis Weaver, your good food guide and host, helping you to feel good and look good, and who wouldn't want some of that? All that and more from the Change Your Food, Change Your Life show on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Stories, songs, and guests. Begin living the organic good food life, and the rest of your life just may be the best of your life. Hose up, baby, to your health.
May is here, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world will be celebrating Asian American, Pacific, and Hawaiian Islander Heritage Month all month long. Go to our website, www.rainieravenueradio.world, for the schedule of programs and special programs of interest to honor, celebrate the successes and achievements of Asian Americans during this Asian American, Pacific, and Hawaiian Islander Heritage Month.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio traffic update.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and IDYourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
First, I like to bless the soul of Sammy Drain, one of the illest to ever touch a six string. I sailed to the Central District's blood veins. Now he and Hendrix are one once again. We first met when I was spinning up in Renton. Spot called the R-Bar, remember when he stepped in. Gave me his phone number and autographed a CD. I was from Tacoma, he said he was from the CD. And I don't know, but something that came over me. An affirmation, a 23. I told him I see him again, he said okay. Next time I see him, it was on my birthday. He walked with a strut, head up and no care. Play it tight, but real life huggy bear. A big hat with a small amount of hair. He pulled up a chair, we got a little impaired. A teacher lacing me with the wisdom. Check my Instagram for visuals to this one. A pharaoh, but his tomb ain't gold. Yo, he used to say I had a old soul. Grab his old issue, put it in rotation. A little way that I could give appreciation. Pop the top for Papa Bueno's creation. Face the east and pour it out. Libations, libations. R.I.P. to the truth like Sojourner. Blessed life, your soul is eternal. Patience, vibrations. R.I.P. to the truth like Sojourner. Blessed life, your soul is eternal. The shaman is a force to be reckoned with. The bar you should measure with. Just remember who you stepping with. Man with the mission, Will Smith, I am legend-ish. Caught on the concepts they may never get. Like Nebuchadnezzar before, more eloquent. The Sphinx blinked and suddenly I was heaven sent, and I became the pencil that the universe is sketching with. No warning for the sudden shift of consciousness. When everyone around me's battling for dominance, I let the message in the music take prominence and push the ish with the money from monopolists. I'm the real news motherfucker columnist. There is no Clark Kent in this metropolis. There is only economists in my consulate. I am the obstinate occupant of the opposite. Young Shaman and Dalai Lama synonymous. More provocative than using your condiments. Ha ha, I bet that one stuck. Pour it out to the spirit world and change your luck. It's libations. Libations. R.I.P. to the truth like Sojourner. Blessed life, your soul is eternal. Patience. Vibration.
Rainier Avenue. Whoa. Hello. Rainier.
Rainier.
Okay. But I'm getting echo. All right.
Avenue. I just hear a delay.
All right. Rainier Avenue.
Fresh juice. Okay.
No. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Rainier
Avenue Radio. Fresh juice. Okay. It's still getting echo?
Yes.
Just
bear with us, folks.
Okay. Still getting echo. I'll just come back.
Maybe have to reset some things.
What up? We got echo.
Rainier out. Nope. Still echo.
Mine's not an echo. It's a delay. I was doing the echo. That was my voice. I think there's like a mic on or something.
Is there a mic? No. Checking something real quick.
Meanwhile, man, Patron, how you doing, dog?
Chilling, man.
That's good.
Fresh off Mother's Day.
Fresh off of it, man. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Shout out to those about to be mothers. Shout out to those who could have been mothers. Shout out to the puppy mothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cat mothers too. I can't leave D Money out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a cat mother. I'm a cat daddy.
Yeah. We know you a cat daddy, but I'm sure you got a soft spot for the cat mamas out there.
Technically, he's a cat Danny.
The cat Danny.
All right, man. Yes, we're now live. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Yes, sir.
Man, we fully activated, man.
Every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Always new hip hop, always new R&B. Talking to artists, hip hopping with them, having fun, getting y'all involved in the comments. Tonight's juice. How about some Welch's Concord Grape?
Yep, that Welch's.
We're getting purple up in here, man. That purple drink.
Yes, sir. You're going to have to pass it around. Shaman just got it in.
I know, man. But yes, man. So as always, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in to us every single week, man. All the new people, also all of our usual followers, like Miles Salvador, for instance, always showing us love for this junk.
What up, Miles?
JJ Grant giving us some little applause there,
JJ.
Yes. We appreciate y'all. Follow us on all of our platforms. You know what it is. We're also on our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. We're on our IG and Twitter. That's at Fresh Juice Media and YouTube. Follow us there, man. Watch the show from there. Watch full shows, smaller clips, all that. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Let's do a quick little check-in, see how we all doing. Mambo?
Oh, we starting with me? You know what? If I'm going to be completely transparent, I've had an extremely challenging day. You feel me? But I'm keeping my glass half full, and I want all the juice listeners and the people out there to be like Mambo in these situations and keep your cup half full, man. Because I went to Adversity University. I went to get my car fixed, and then after getting it fixed, there was a different problem, and then both my cars is going through it. And like, you know, the point of multiple cars, you're supposed to always have one that's good. But you know what? I'm rolling with the punches. I'm thugging, and I'm here with the juice pack. So you know what I mean? But I wanted to be honest. I feel like people always say, "How you doing?" and everyone just says, "Good." No, I'm gonna be real. I'm not doing that great, but I'm gonna make it through. I can't wait to play these games and chill with my friends. That's gonna put me on the up and up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my response to that question usually depends on how well I know you and how much time I have to answer. So I'll be like, fine. If it's a bad day, and if it's a good day, it's good.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. If I ever hear fine, I'm gonna dig a little deeper and be like, "Go ahead, D-Man, get it off your chest. Get it off your chest, dog."
Yeah, I've been good, man. I don't. The thing is, I make the most of it, so I'm gonna make the most of it regardless.
Glass half full, man.
I love it, man. Okay, we got some guests to bring in, man. They're both here in the studio. They're both ready to go. So we're gonna throw it over to the host who knows the most.
I mean, we could do what we do, and we gotta start with my guy, man. Sean, the Shiggity Shaman, about to join us. Y'all about to hear stories about innovation, stories about creativity, stories about community and unity, man. Real excited to talk to my dog, and he got a freestyle. Make sure y'all make some noise for my guy, Sean, the Shaman.
Let's go. Try to spin away.
There he is, yo.
Excellent intro. Wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, let's make sure my guy mic level is right.
Yeah. 1 2 we here. 1 2 1 check.
There it is. How you doing, brother? You solid, man?
Hey, excellent intro. Thank you. Yeah, and I was.
Hey, and he's about to one up it for the next one.
Hey, listen now. He's hitting home runs. He's on his Griffey. He's hitting home runs out the park. All right. Vulnerability, excellent intro. That's 2 homers in the first inning off the rip. That's crazy.
Hey, he's about to. Let's let him up to bat.
We're live.
Here we go. Up to bat again.
We're live out here.
Man, well, we all know it takes 2 to tango. It takes a pair to dance. Music is such a universal thing. All these rappers and lyricists don't exist without true producers and creatives, man. And this one's his name is just fun to say. So we got Torbjørn in there. Torbjørn.
I wasn't sure how to pronounce that. That's got to be German or something.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Norway.
Norwegian. That is Norway classified as Eastern Europe? Eastern Europe? Is that
northern?
Northern?
Northwest. It's like one northwest to another, basically.
Okay.
This makes Torbjørn possibly the second one from Norway in at least the past couple of months. Remember Siri Black? Norway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to our girl Siri Black, actively in Norway right now. Yes. And there's black people in Norway, which we learned here on Fresh Juice.
You know, we learned that.
We did learn that on Fresh Juice, man. So, man, shout out to y'all boys too. Man, I see y'all got the white tea memo. We got the black teas up here, man. We got the wrong emails. We got different
home team and away team, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Shout out. You know what? I was watching that Celtics and Heat game before I came up here.
Jimmy Butler.
I didn't get to see how it ended, man. What was the call?
My YouTube TV started cutting out halfway through the third.
The Heat pulled it out. The Heat did that.
They had a crazy.
Heat pulled it out.
He did that, yeah. And I'm telling you right now, Tatum did some key turnovers that I think everyone was surprised.
Yeah,
he did like 2 travels in a row.
Yeah, that's what they
Who
said.
gets called for traveling?
Man,
they be traveling. I'm glad they call it more.
No, listen, this was like you could tell at the moment the frustration, everything was building. And I want to make this a point. The Heat are one of the most well-conditioned athletic units in the world. They run so hard. They have like a whole different regimen that part of the association than other teams, and they talk about that. That's why LeBron's body looked different when he was down in Miami, because they have a different way of doing cardio. At the end of this game, I could see that
That's Spoelstra.
The Heat had energy while the Celtics looked a little slow.
That's an interesting observation. I feel like that mentality kind of correlates into what it takes to be successful.
I'm just glad we got somebody in here to talk sports with us, man.
Got the game breakdown for Sean.
The travel, I didn't see the Jason Tatum travels, but the one on Jaylen Brown they called was wrong. I think the one I seen right before they cut off.
But bro, Tatum straight went up and down and got mad that he got called for traveling.
Well,
they showed the close up and like both feet clearly off the ground. And,
Well, you know, you got to argue regardless.
He was just
right.
You losing a pretty important game.
All right.
My bad, D. We took it over, but go ahead.
Yeah, I want to recognize real quick opening song we played by Sean. We played it previously on the show, Libations, right there. Dedicated, of course, to Sammy Drain. So there you go.
Thanks, man.
Smooth flow.
And we about to really have some fun now because it's time to play Take Yo Pick.
Straight to it.
We're into it, man, from the jump.
Do ID's part there. There we go. All right.
Pew.
It's first time ever playing. There are two choices for you. You choose one of them. Sean's played before, obviously. This is going to be Tor's first time ever playing.
Yeah.
We want you all in the comments to play along, and we will celebrate our favorite comments.
Real quick, do people call you Torb for short?
TOR for short. Tor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Bjorn if that's okay.
I'm into it.
All right, cool, for sure. And we definitely gonna end up cooking too. So like that's gonna be like an introductory tag. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I can't do it now. It's got to be organic in the studio, but Bjorn is it because I just love to say that. That's fun to say.
Bjorn means bear in Norwegian. That's like my spirit animal. So
It means bear.
Yeah.
There it is. There's bars already conjuring now.
Yeah.
Now you drove me somewhere.
All right, let's award last week's winner real quick. So without no further ado, last week's winner, favorite comment of the show, Jen K, who says men don't.
I knew you were gonna give it to her.
So losing their ears shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Man, if y'all seen the way y'all had Shorty in here smiling when she made that little comment, man, and I listen. I swear I listen.
Oh my god!
I just hope my girl's not at home listening because she's gonna be like, "Yep, yeah."
Bro, hey, Bjorn, that's what happened to me, gang. Right there, like, I'm like, wow, okay. Well, I hear you loud and clear now.
For reference, for folks who did not listen last week for any other reason, it was you had to choose between not having your ears or not having your fingers.
Which I still stand on. I'm sacrificing my ears because not having fingers is just insane.
We don't even want to get
like you could like do more with the fingers than you could, but that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have those implants now that go on the side of your head that would help. You know?
That's what they were asking. Like, can you still hear with no ears?
All right, man. Let's go with a fresh new 5, man. We're gonna do 5. Here we go. We're playing with Sean the Shaman. We're playing with Torbjørn. We're playing with all of y'all in the comments. Here we go. 5. First one. See your future kids or see your past self.
That's a weird.
Like, all right, but like, if I could, do I get to just see my past self, or do I get to like have a conversation? Because I'm gonna keep it real. I don't need to go see that little dude. Like, I remember what he was doing. He was lit. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't need to go. But if I could go chop it up with him and have a little heart to heart, like I get 3 minutes to, you know what I mean, give him some game. Hopefully he soaks it up. Then that might be a little different. Otherwise, I think see your future kid. Well, I mean, you're gonna see your kids anyways if they're your future kids. So
yeah,
and you already saw your past self. So I don't know. This one kind of stinks.
Right out the gate, he says it stinks.
JJ said, "I'd rather see my future kids."
Ooh, you know, I'm actually with JJ on that one, man. You know, your past self, you've already been there. Either you're proud of it or you're not. But kids, it's just something new. You get to see where they're going in their lives. Maybe you can see how you can move them that direction. So help them out. You know, I like that.
I think the past self is where it's at.
Okay.
That's what Miles said. See your past self.
Yeah, she did.
Even if you know what, I'm gonna rock with you too, Sean, because even if I can't chop it up with my past self, like even if I can just show my past self me, like I pull up with some tattoos, like a cool little chain, a decent car, he gonna be like, oh, okay.
That might be a fresh juice first that you made Mambo switch, by the way, Sean. That I don't think I've ever seen that.
See, I didn't really decide, but he did pull me over to that side though. He pulled me from the middle.
To be in the back at the past self barbecue.
The past self barbecue, yo.
Cheese Fritos.
Well, just everybody kicking it with their past selves, and we all just chilling there. Kool-Aid jammers.
Bro, you got me thinking about the theory of time travel with this, because if you see yourself in the past, are you changing the course of your past self with some knowledge? Like, if you made a bad decision in your life, are you going to go see your past self and be like, don't do that or do this or invest in that? Or inversely, if you see your future kids, can you then change the course of where you're going?
Kids have answers. Maybe there's this a whole How I Met Your Mother thing. The future kids have answers.
So you're saying, like, you go see your future kids and like what, you go into the future and your kid is like the next LeBron. You're like, oh, well, okay, you know what I mean? I guess I'm cool.
Or he's like, well, ever since you bet the money on that McGregor fight, Dad.
No, I'm going back to my past self with a few of my verses, a couple of Lil Waynes, and a few of Jay-Z's.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna get those off. A few of Kendrick's and J. Cole's too. We're gonna get that going. And I'm gonna tell them to go find the little dude who invented Snapchat and whatnot. Yeah, we're gonna get on that wavelength too. Get on the social media kick early.
Yep.
So I don't know if we got an answer from you, Tor. There, you were exploring it, but which one are you going with?
I think if seeing one or the other can impact the course of time, I'm gonna just give the selfless answer, and I'm gonna go see my kids, so that my future kids, so that I can steer correct for the future, for the next generation.
Okay. It sounds like
what a guy.
Yeah, right.
Stand up society.
Well, it sounds like KJ's being a stand up too, man. He says, I'm going to try to see my future kids as well by living, but even if I see my past self, he probably wouldn't listen. Oh, okay, KJ.
Yeah, I feel that though.
That's real.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm pretty sure my past self, even my present self, like a future from past here came back. If they came and chopped it up, I'm gonna soak that up just because I've been waiting for that. You know what I mean? Like for many moons. Like you from the future, dog, for real. All right, let me see. Let me see the birthmark. Oh, it is me, dog.
Let me see the
birthmark, yo.
Well, we got tattoos. This is crazy. What mom said? She was tripping. All right. Anyways, what you got for me?
As your younger self is like, you got that tattoo though. Ooh.
Right. I mean, I guess that's cool. What, it grew on you after a while?
Yeah. it always cracks me up in Back to the Future where Biff goes back and he doesn't even recognize that this is himself when he's older, like at all. He doesn't even realize this is him at older. Like he doesn't even get a clue of it.
I think I would be a Biff. I would be some stubborn, like at 14, I knew everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that it would.
But nobody's the person they thought they would be when they were kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm nothing like who I thought I was gonna be at this age.
I think I'm cooler.
Let's hope so.
Something. I mean, everything. You know, you just couldn't really imagine it.
Like I think I had like more simplified expectations, and I've definitely like exceeded those. So you know, I think I'm definitely cooler than like I planned.
I think I'm gonna go with Ghost of Christmas Past, man.
Okay, you're gonna go see Younger Patron.
Yeah, for so much, man. The nostalgia for one, and then you know, I think it would help going forward to see what I was really on.
It's like perspective.
Because some stuff you just kind of fades from memory.
It's perspective. Yeah.
And you got to remember how good it felt to stand in the group and do
Let's go.
Hey, and when you threw it up and everybody was catching it at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like when I look back on my youth, I'm glad that it, you know, they say, we've all seen that meme probably that says like, you know, that if you were born from this year to this year, you're rare because you experienced both. And I'm thankful we did.
Yeah.
We're we're all alive at a really good time.
Bro, if I could go back and tell my past self, like, hey, dog, it's finna be legal to sell weed soon. Just stay on path.
Hey,
just
there.
just stay on path. Bro.
Oh my god! I think we're ready to move on to number 2. So let's go
Let's get it.
That's take your pick. Have wings instead of arms, or have jetpack engines instead of legs.
Oh shit.
Hey, as long as I can keep meat, give me the jetpack legs.
Yeah.
But like, if I have to now get like a robot wee because of that, like, I don't think I'm really with that whole like that exchange.
He went there.
That sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? If it's from like the knee down and I got the jetpack, like I still got thigh up, you know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna go with that. And I'm on the jetpacks because like if I sacrifice for my arms, it's taking it back to last week, bro. No fingers is nuts, bro. Having wings,
chicken fingers.
Like I had fajitas for dinner tonight. Do you know what it would have been like eating fajitas with wings, bro?
No,
that's a good point.
It's not happening.
No.
Oh, what are you doing, Torbjørn?
Well, I'm a shooter, so I got to keep my arms.
And there it is.
And I can't dunk, so I would love jetpack legs. From a basketball perspective, that's an easy choice. But I use my hands for music and DJing and producing, and I can't imagine not being able to use a computer or play an instrument. No way.
Hey, and you know what? I'm gonna just set you up with my marketing team, and we're gonna get you on the jetpack tour, and you're gonna produce beats from the sky in the air at Coachella.
Man, I'll sign that contract right now.
Oh man, it's like you don't even walk anymore. You just blast.
And I mean, if you got jetpack legs, you can choose how high you flying. Like I could hover with y'all and like kick it.
Well, what happens when you run out of fuel though? You just stuck on the ground.
Or if you run out of fuel in the air, you'd be like, well, in this moment, I should have chosen wings because now I'm going to die.
I don't know. It could be.
I mean, birds get tired too, though. Them wings only is so efficient for so long, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do rest.
And you might, with the jetpack legs, you might still be able to add a prosthetic to each leg where you could then.
Wow! Afterward, I like this.
You would jump out.
I like this.
Okay,
so like,
Sean.
You
Sean.
would just add on to it, a la Tony Stark, right? You would just build upon
it. Just build legs on top of it, and you just lock the jetpack into it,
and bang. And then when you're ready to rock.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, they're not ready. Hey, listen, they're not ready. When it happens, ain't nobody even expecting it.
JJ Grand says wings. I like to still walk. Okay. Miles is going for wings.
But like, if you can fly, why do you want to walk anymore? I just don't know. Like,
KJ,
walking seems so novice now that flying is in my repertoire. Like running,
I come up with my best rhymes when I walk.
Yeah, Patron. That's because you've never flown before, dog.
You might have a point on that one, dog.
And when you do come up with your rhymes if you have wing arms. I'm just saying, what you gonna do with it? You gonna ride them down? How you gonna get that?
Gotta get a voice memo going through the AirPod or something.
Now you over here packing like a chicken, pecking at the phone with your nose.
You gotta have a beak with it.
You gonna be using
the wings come with beak, dog.
So I was gonna say, KJ says I'm about doing jetpack engines for legs, going off like Deku from My Hero Academia.
Sounds fly.
Yeah, let's get Sean the juice, and we'll go on to our third one. Here we go. Take your pick. Lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told.
All right, I'll go first. This is easy. I'll for sure rather lose the ability to lie, because that just means that I got to be limited in my conversation and be honest about what I'm saying. But to just be gullible and going for anything is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mambo, just sign here. This is a great deal for you. I mean, okay.
Yeah, if you can't lie, all you got to do is all the time just be like, I'm going to be real with you. I don't want to have this conversation and I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. That's it. That's it.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest. This is making me uncomfortable. I got to go. This is... You're putting me in a bind right now. We can't talk about this.
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
Man, if we were a little more honest, man, that'd be crazy, man. It's just like, it's like you can't really be offended because people are being so honest, you know. It's just like you expect it, so it's just like.
The thing about lying though is people typically think about lying and all the negative connotations that come with lying, but like sometimes, like lying is the most like kind thing that you could do. Like if someone looks crazy and they like, do I look crazy? Like you could be honest with them, but sometimes that might not be helpful. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're cool, bro.
Thing is, if you got to ask, you probably look crazy.
Yeah.
This is true.
But bro, let's think about our region too. In Seattle, we're like known as the city where like no one could say no to anything. It's always like, oh, maybe I'll be there. And
right. Yeah, you gotta think. Oh yeah, no, I think I could probably. I just gotta see if I can get it off work. Yeah, if I can get off.
As a West Coaster, I would love it if just everyone just told, like, just hurt my feelings up front. Don't make me wait to have hurt feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Hey man, you want to come to my show? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm really not interested in your music career, bro. So
straight up.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go there. And you know what? That actually would be good because then I can identify my target market more accurately. All right, these are not the type of guys I want. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I know, right? You definitely are wasting a lot less time like promoting to them. That's for sure.
Countless DMs sent for no reason. I could just say, hey, bro, just don't DM me this anymore. I'm never gonna go to one of your concerts.
I love the honesty.
I'm never coming.
Oh my god. KJ going a totally different direction though. He says, I'm taking my loss online. I love being honest by far. Okay, KJ.
That's real.
But you're gonna believe everything you're told though.
Man, believe in anything you're told. I could be like, yo, D Money, man. You remember you owe me like $800 and you'd be like, oh, I guess I
do. What?
Bro, there's no end to that. You know, remember you told me anything or like, hey,
anything at all.
You'd be so messed up. You'd be so.
Bro, what are you talking about? You bought this whip for me, G. Like this was my birthday gift.
It's like that movie, The Invention of Lying, with Ricky Gervais, and he goes to the bank and he asks like, I need to pull out $1,000, and like,
yeah.
Down. But no, that's $1,000, man. So because the line hasn't been invented yet.
That's a great film, by the way. If anyone hasn't seen it, that's an underrated hit. It's an underrated hit, bro. The Invention of Lying. It's a great film.
I'm have to check that. Gervais is a legend, though.
Yes. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Take your pick. Steal honey from a bear or steal honey from a beehive.
Easy call with the beehive. Bee stings suck and can be treacherous, but a bear is for sure gonna kill you for stealing anything from the bear. Like I get caught by some bees. They're like, sing, and I gotta run to the car. I'm batting the air a little bit. You get caught by the bear, like, well, that's all she wrote, folks. Like, this is no longer a story. You know, I steal honey from the bees. I tell you guys a story about, man, look how my neck is all swollen. My arms are swollen. I steal honey from a bear. There's no more story. That's it. Like, whatever happened to Mambo? I don't know. I think he went to go honey hunting.
Honey hunting. But here's the thought right here. What if the bear is asleep?
I'm not stealing from a bear. I don't know, like, what makes you think I would ever consciously place my body within arm's length of a bear? It's like, yeah, I don't know. Unless I'm getting paid for some like real fancy movie role, like $5 now. I don't want you guys to double back and be like, oh, look at this guy. He's in the new Dr. Dolittle. He said he would never. Like, if they do that, then yes, but otherwise, no.
I want to know what kind of bear, because grizzly or polar, you're dead immediately. But a black bear, you could scare, especially if you're a taller or a louder individual, you could scare a black bear. You can get away with that.
Is
And
that
what
a
kind of
real
bear-
thing, Bjorn? That's what they say. Is it a real thing though?
But listen, I was watching Cocaine Bear.
What?
Listen, they thought that. They thought wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. They thought that.
Is that
they
the-
thought wrong.
And that is a
When you watch-
documentary, right?
Listen, when you watch Cocaine Bear, they say it really went down. So I'm just saying.
Is that a Kodiak?
Just
Haven't seen it.
don't trust it because you don't know what these bears be up to. It's 2020.
Anytime I hear a fact like that, I always wonder, like, what's the reference point? Like, have you done it, or did you just read this somewhere in like a nice magazine? Like, we can scare. Like, did you scare a brown bear, a black bear? Did you actually?
Yeah.
They thought they could, and they thought wrong.
Oh
So
my God.
when you watch the movie, you're like, oh man. But listen,
And like they always put that in movies, like you bang on pots and pans and stuff like that, wave your arms, and the bear's supposed to like be scared of that for whatever reason.
KJ going crazy with it though, man. I'm beating that baby bear's behind for that. And he says I'm pushing.
Now, if it's a baby bear, this changes the game.
Yeah.
I think a baby bear is a way less scary adversary because that's just like a really big dog. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Oh, and it looks like JJ and Miles are both going with the beehive like everybody else. All right.
so I'm beating that baby bear.
Wow.
real.
KJ likes winning best commenter, man. He just goes for it.
He's
man.
a natural.
He is, man. He is a pro at this.
Well, we on number 4?
We're on the last one, actually.
Number
So
5.
Here we go. Take your pick. Last one. Settle every disagreement with the coin flip, or settle every disagreement with rock, paper, scissors.
I'm gonna go rock, paper, scissors because I'm a Rochambeau elitist. Like if there was a LeBron James of rock, paper, scissors, it would be me. Like, I say that with confidence. I see some shocked faces on the screen. We could set it up. We could make it a media event. I will line people up by the dozen and knock people down with the rock, paper, scissors. I was one of the baddest in my elementary school. Do you hear me? Like, I was a go-to. They're like, we're playing rock, paper, go get Mambo. Go get Mambo. We got to win this battle of rock, paper, scissors.
All right, Mom.
What's your Mambo? I got to ask, what's your winning gambit, if you don't mind me asking?
See, the thing is, this is what people think. People think that there is a gambit. It's all about the read of the individual. It's about knowing what they're not gonna throw. That's what it really is. And it's like poker at the highest level of poker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a rock, but it might be scissors, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
There's techniques to it. There's like a fake throw. There's
there is. You're right. There's
scissors.
how you're doing. Oh, we're doing it on 3, after 3. There's a lot of variables that go into the decision making.
There's technique. There's body language. I feel you, man. I've seen videos of like the championship and like the post match like interview with the players and stuff, and there's like real technique and like and all of this. So I just had to throw that at you, see if you really know what's up. And I respect you know what's up.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
So
Rochambeau, bro. It's a game.
Is anybody going with a coin? Is anybody going with the coins?
Yeah, I'll go with the coin, man.
Okay, Patron's going with the coin.
He said, I won't leave the coin flip alone, man. I feel like there's just
I like
too
the
much
chance
probability.
on it, man.
There's just too much probability all the time. I like the
It's always
fact that I can
probability.
control my. I can control my fate though. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that I could utilize my confidence and eye contact to potentially win this game.
Well,
like 99%.
It looks like everybody in the comments is going with a coin, though. Miles is going with a coin. JJ's going with the coin.
I speak for the people.
And KJ's also going with a coin.
Yep.
Wow.
I think if you got that clutch player mentality, you're gonna go with rock, paper, scissors. But if you just want to let fate decide, then the coin flip is in theory is 50-50 every time.
It's just you just okay, we'll just flip the coin and there it is.
Yeah.
But even with a coin flip, I feel like is it really 50-50? You know what I mean? I see a lot of tails happening. I've been a team captain on a lot of sports and I've seen a lot of tails drop. You know what I'm saying?
And no
That's all I'm
question
gonna
mode,
say.
man. A couple times he flipped the coin. He's like, nah, I'm still not gonna do it. Right? Didn't he do that? Or am I tripping?
He flipped the coin. Yeah, you flip it, like call it.
Right, but so did he ever flip it? And he was like, nah, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna just
he lived by that.
He lived by it. Gotcha.
Oh my God. Thank you everybody for playing. Take your pick. We appreciate y'all in the comments. We'll select our favorite one and celebrate that next week. Stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot more on the show. We got a live performance from Sean the Shaman. We got a live freestyle from Sean the Shaman. We got a live performance from Torbjørn. We got a new video from Torbjørn. And we got a live performance video from a local festival from Sean the Shaman later on as well. So stay tuned for that. Lots to come on, so keep it locked right here for the next couple of hours right here on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Tell your friends and tag them in the comment section.
What's up, y'all? It's Lonnie Oceans, and I'm kicking it with D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, keeping it wavy. It's coming in hot,
And welcome to our live studio audience for another exciting edition of Did You Know? And here we go with round one. Did you know?
COVID vaccine is free and easy to get. You don't need insurance or an appointment to get your vaccine. Vaccines are available at many locations near you.
And now we're going to double the value. Did you know?
The COVID-19 vaccine is always free of cost. You can visit pharmacies, community health centers, and other health providers in your neighborhood.
And now for the lightning round. Did you know?
The Delta variant of COVID is a mutation that has health experts worried because it's twice as contagious.
Then for our finale. Did you know?
The best way to protect yourself from the COVID Delta variant is to get fully vaccinated. Get your vaccine today.
Find out more at kingcounty.gov/vaccine. Did you know?
Women are not an homogenous group.
We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities.
And this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth is knowledge, whether knowing how to heal yourself from plants, knowing how to stretch your body right, and knowing what to do when you need to take time or space to get to know yourself and to grow as a person. And knowledge is something that can be passed down from your abuelitas to your mom, and just to all the knowledgeable, powerful women in my lineage, at least.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Hey yo, this is L Rock, and you tuned into the Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo, where it's always jugging.
They all froze, ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze, ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze, ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze, ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping. And the winter gets mean. I sing for my dinner, so I learned to live lean. You might have come out winning last season, but the world spin fast, gotta ready up and rerun. Don't tell win when you lead in the pack. Rival teams see that target on your back, but I only wonder who getting silver. I'm all in. Take out competition, cross country and Scotland. See me breeze on these skis with ease. Mr. Freeze, bad puns and I'm covered in diamonds. Wonder what killed the dinos. It's the Ice Age, still telling jokes from the 90s. Full blizzard mode, I'm coming for the center podium. Complex Napoleon, haters full of sodium. 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 Wisconsin, born for this. Conditioned in the cold, in the storm for this. Mountain summits teach exactly what enormous is. Now I'm looking from the top of the fjord, this is. Full circle going back to my origins. Staying home's boring, so we going foreign. Rather die exploring, cause you ain't on this earth for long. And growing old in suburbia's like getting hypothermia. Yeah, they all froze. Ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze. Ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze. Ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze. Ice cold shiver, little snot nose dripping through their clothes into the bone. They all froze. They all froze. Ice, 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 go, 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 big ice, 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 go, go, they all froze.
Man, I think I'm froze after joining that one, right? Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. That is Torbjørn right there with his latest video, which actually dropped noon today, actually.
Brand new.
Pros.
Yo, that was
DJ abilities on that one as well.
That was cold.
That was crazy.
Hey man, you gotta ask, man. Was that who did that scratching on the end of that?
That's DJ abilities on the cuts at the end.
That was smooth, bro. The way you put that together with the production, it felt real hip hop through and through, man. Talk about that creative process, because obviously you're using your pen and you're using your production, man. So what's it like building something like that from scratch, innovate? You know, because it takes a lot to get something like that together. So talk about the journey there.
And I directed and edited the video too. It's
Nice.
like my
I was
debut
gonna say,
on
great
the
art-
video side too. So
Great artwork.
it's
Yeah.
been-
I guess you should have asked what you didn't do for the project.
I don't know. I'll get back to you. But I really did like, most of this whole project from the ground up, and just kind of had a vision for it. I've always been combining elements of hip hop with elements of EDM, and I had this idea to incorporate my family culture and sort of like heritage as well in this one. And so the samples, like the vocal sample, comes from some traditional Nordic vocal styling and all. Had the vision for this early last fall. A lot of my music starts by writing beats. I'm a producer first and foremost. Been working more to incorporate my vocals. So once the hip hop side of the beat was kind of made, I wrote some verses and some hooks, and then kind of figured out what the natural progression was to add sort of the EDM and dance music element to it. And I always kind of knew visually what it was going to look like Game of Thrones, like Ice King sort of thing that you see, and just like the forest and the snow and all of that kind of stuff. And so we were we were filming all of this stuff kind of in late winter time. And so we just drove up to the pass, Snoqualmie area, and filmed on some of those scenes up in the snow. And I took all the footage back and just put it all together, and that's what you saw now.
Just curious, how many hours of editing goes into a music video like that?
For me, I feel like it was more maybe than some other pros do, because like I said, this was my first one, so I learned a lot
Makes
through
sense.
the process of it. But
Obviously, it'll get faster. And
yeah, definitely.
Experience. Gotcha.
But I also bought a new computer at the start of this whole project, and so I was just talking with behind the scenes our cameraman here in the studio, and we were both just
Shout out
kind
to
of
QP over here.
Yeah, hell yeah, QP. We're just kind of gabbing about how much faster the whole process of video production is with this current generation of computers. Not to nerd out on all of that stuff too much, but we're in an era where video people are now editing stuff in real time for the first time ever. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
man, that's dope. That's definitely dope, man.
Sure. I think that's interesting that you chose that location, because every time I drive through the pass, I have that same thought, this looks like Game of Thrones or something, bro.
Yeah, you just got to, work with the surroundings that you have. Like I said, the Nordic theme and stuff, it snows 9 months out of the year in Norway. And so definitely while we had the snow here, I had to try to capture that vibe on camera.
What came first, man? The chicken or the egg? Was it the production bag first, or was it the writing first?
Across my whole career, you mean, or for this project specifically?
Across your whole career. Actually, an answer to both, and then how it correlates to this project we could segue into.
Well, I was a songwriter before I was a producer. I played instruments from a pretty young age. playing guitar in bands and stuff in high school and college, and I was always like the singer that I was in. Production came second in that regard, because once you write a song and you're like, well, I want all my friends to hear this, I want, you know, the whole community to get involved in this, and the next step is like, how do we make a record out of this? And I was always the one in the bands that always kind of had like a little bit of the technology know-how, excuse me. So that was like where that transition went into my college years. I was like, I just got to figure out the studio stuff, man, because studio time is expensive when you're a student. You know, I didn't have like $1,000 a day to drop in the studio. So I was like, if I'm going to save up $1,000, I'm going to invest in myself and spend that on a microphone, spend that on a preamp, spend on something that I own, so I can keep doing this process over and over.
Man, I know that you've mentioned obviously that you are from the Nordic countries. How long have you actually been here in the Seattle Tacoma area?
I'm actually second generation Norwegian. So I was born in Tacoma. My grandparents are from Oslo area, which is like southern Norway, and my grandpa's side of this family is from Brønnøysund, as they call it, like super northwest, like Arctic Circle, midnight sun, and all of that kind of stuff. But I had visited there quite a bit because I still got family. I did 1 year of schooling out there, and so
and he plays out there. He tours out there.
Yeah, I go back as often as I can.
Miss the dopeness, which is what I thought was dope about the record. I kind of saw like you playing it to like the international audience, and them being like, I could see it. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, this is hard. And when you play out there, I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt it, but what is it like playing out there as opposed to playing in the States?
Right.
It's a lot of similarities. What I noticed on the industry side is there's just a lot more like unspoken and given like respect and support for artists. I'll give you some examples. The pay is definitely higher at like the ground level for artists in Europe, in my experience. Most of the venues, they know, because their countries in a lot of Europe are like the size of our states, right? So traveling wise, like we think of driving to Portland from Seattle is like 2-3 hour drive, but in Europe that's like driving from Germany to Netherlands. You know what I mean? So culturally, that 3 hour drive is like a much bigger difference for them. And so the venues support that by building lodging and building like out of their own culture. They're out of their comfort zone, and in knowing that and in how much they support the arts in that continent, they just build that support structure into the venues.
Wow.
Respect that.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you sample a lot?
I think it's about 50-50. I love sampling because that's just like history of
that's
hip-hop
for real.
You
Yeah,
got to.
for sure.
But I also love like synthesis and sound design and all that stuff. And I'm an instrumentalist too. Like I played
Right.
guitar and all that stuff as a kid. So
How many instruments you play?
Anything you don't got to blow air through, I could probably play it.
Drum? You play the drums?
Yeah. No saxophone, no trombone, no flute or oboe, but you know, guitar, piano, like all that kind of stuff. I'm on it.
Dude, the violin.
Yeah, that's where it all started for me.
Were
through
were
family
any
that
of them self-taught?
Sorry?
Were any of them self-taught?
My grandmother was the one that was self-taught. She was like played folk guitar in Norway, and that was like one of the only things she brought over with her when she immigrated. So I really like owe it all to grandma for like keeping the arts in the family and stuff.
Dope.
Mom's was like a collegiate level cellist in like orchestra and all that stuff. She took it kind of to the next level past that, and then you know, through the generations, it was just born into it, and the pressure is there, and so and music was always the thing that I like gelled with. Wish it was basketball, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, as a 5'9" kid who, you know, went to school in Tacoma and Gig Harbor, that wasn't my path. So.
It's amazing, like the range of music that comes out of Tacoma.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like
So,
you said, DM coach, but
Was
there's
it
so many different.
through family that you got connected back home when you were performing out there in Europe, since you got such a deep history musically, or were you able to just kind of maneuver around with your family members so you could kind of get connected in that too?
All my relatives that live in Norway, it's like all soccer for them, and they're all, you know, or football they call it in Europe. So a lot of my music and arts connection is through the people I went to school with when I was doing like college and diploma stuff for the time that I was in Norway and for the time that I was in England after that. Most of the arts connections that I have in Europe are through those people. newly Seattle like rap OG Henri Osborne of Dark Time Sunshine.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
his touring DJ for the last couple years.
Oh, that's dope.
Fly.
So the last time that we went on tour, we did 5 countries in Europe. This was last November. And so I'm now for the first time starting to like kind of expand some of my connections and friends and stuff outside of my own like college journey and stuff like that.
In Norway, do you feel like a sense of competition out there? Or is it more, like you said, since there's such a respect at the ground level, that you're not really competing against anybody? You can kind of just take your own art.
Yeah, that's a great question, man. And I think culturally, it's the competition is there, but only like in certain things. So they're snow sports like skiing and snowboarding, extremely competitive. Or like biathlon, if you know what that is, like cross country skiing mixed with sharpshooting. It's an Olympic sport, hardcore. Those type of things that are like kind of their national treasures, I think they get highly competitive in, but they have this like this social contract, this like kind of cultural thing that's called Yanta. And what Yanta is like
not being right, it's being kind of humble.
It is being humble. It's super like it comes from like kind of is it a byproduct of like a socialist culture, and it's very much like every arm, the chain is only as strong as every link is equal. You know what I'm saying? So the rules of that are like, you're not greater than your community. You're not smarter, better, more important than your community, because when we are all equal, then as a whole, we are stronger.
Yanta.
Hey, that's what's
there's a lot of
we learning over here.
There's a lot of production that comes out of Norway. And there was a few documentaries I saw where they actually talked about that exact thing, that a lot of the reason why it's kind of like unspoken is because of that like Yanta mentality. They're not really very braggadocious, and accolades are kind of just collected without any sort of like, oh, he's the Kanye of Norway. There isn't really that. It's no, he's another one who does the thing and contributed to, you know what I mean, the overall growth and stuff like that too.
Man, we mentioned just a second ago about touring, and as we jump into our show and tell portion of the program, just want to recognize that Torbjørn is actually in the middle of a tour. So there you go. Here's his dates for his tour currently. Let's see, it's the 17th. So he's in Bellingham tomorrow. We got Bend, Oregon, Portland, Eugene, Arcata, Tacoma, Sacramento, LA, Santa Cruz, Seattle. Just touring that West Coast right now.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
That's
making
dope,
rounds.
How did that come about? How'd you end up putting that together? Is that something you did with your team independently, or you reached out to?
I'm pretty independent as an artist. I have like supporters and collaborators and stuff, but I'm unmanaged, I'm unsigned, no agent or whatever. So it was literally getting off of the last tour that I was on with Dark Time Sunshine, having a vision for what I wanted this next project to be. And I've just been like building and like emailing people for 5 months straight, like no exaggeration.
Hey.
Get off my day job, get back to my like creative studio space, and either I'm like producing, mixing, or like working on the PR, video shoots, like everything every day since last November.
That's
no
what's
exaggeration.
And on his notes, we had some merch here from Torbjørn as well. So here's the shirt real quick.
Sick.
And also got a beanie and another shirt right there as well. So you can see more of Torbjørn's sales right there. Right at beatsbytor.com/store.
Yeah, everything's super limited. We got like less than 50 of everything, and I'm never reprinting those designs. So get them now or forever hold your peace.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
And then on that note, Mambo's got some stuff to talk about. So we got a show coming up here with Currency.
Yeah, man. We're actually rocking out all June. So the first we were at Nectar Lounge with Young Buck. Then the next day we had Neptune Theater with Currency and Buddy. Then I'm gonna be sliding over to Wenatchee like I always do, man, to rock with the Skyhawks Pro Indoor Football Team. They undefeated at home. We trying to hold it down at the home camp, man. So we turning up, man. Everyone just tap in. Got links in my bio and everything like that for y'all to be all updated and whatnot too on all these new posters. But you know, I give Fresh Juice the exclusive, so Instagram ain't even really seen that yet. You know what I mean? Y'all got to see that.
Okay. There you go.
Exclusive.
Here's your chance.
I want to make sure that can come kick it with me before anybody can come kick it with me.
Fresh exclusive.
Hey.
Fresh juices.
We're gonna work on that one. We're gonna play with that one. By the next meeting, we're gonna have that one locked in.
On that note, we got another song to get to, so we're gonna get this one in from Queens. It's Big Queens by Hope Trilly. So check her out real quick. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. When we come back, we got a new performance joint from Sean the Shaman that features Ethan Tucker. So stay tuned for that and keep it locked right here. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Here's Torbjørn and Sean the Shaman, and here is a joint from Hope Trilly, Big Queen.
Shifting the wave in the culture. I cannot f*** with these vultures. I be that PYT, don't play with me cause I'm quietly spoken. Don't do the bragging or boasting. Told them I'm humbled and focused. I got that beam right, so it's a green light like I got traffic in motion. Rappers acting like rodents. I'ma act like I don't notice. Sit back, I be laughing and joking. I hop on the track, I be actually floating. Shit be a breeze, but I don't know Jody. I be low like the face of a stoner. Never cared about facing opponents. Time will tell like the face of a rollie. Got a team, but I move by my lonely. I say the word, I was like Tony. Getting thick, used to say I was bony. Now these niggas be fiending to bone me. Had to get off my pockets was low B. I had to go with Adobe. So don't come at me looking for handouts. Ain't have $1 to loan me. I'm from the south side, looking out, you know where I'm at. Yeah, yeah. I went from Parsons to Archer to Old National in the flats. Yeah, yeah. The A say I'm proper, New York say I'm country. I balance the swag. Yeah, yeah. I'm from the city where we like to spin, but love making it back. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah. Queens get the money like. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah. Queens get the money like. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Hey. Queens get the money like. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, I ain't too quiet to bully y'all. Making it easy ain't really hard. Numero uno, I pull your card. Feel like I'm back on the boulevard. Baisley and Linda was really on. The crown, I take that like a Diddy song. I'm trying to stack to the ceiling, y'all. To my money like Merrick, that's really long. Loving better get flip it and stack it. My bro, the biggest and baddest. Cold summers, hot winters. Wear that no face with a passion. You a op, ain't no berry to hatch it. Big Queens, I get bougie and ratchet. Attitude like you wish you could have it. Might be cute, but I can't let you bag it. Nah. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah. Queens get the money like. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah, Big Queens. Yeah. Queens get the money like.
Hey yo, this is L Rock, and you tuned into the Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo, where it's always jugging.
Do you want to reach out to the Vietnamese community in Seattle? Just advertise in Người Việt Tây Bắc, that is Northwest Vietnamese News, the longest running Vietnamese language newspaper in our region. Go to nvnorthwest.com.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Hi, I'm Paul Pearson of StarTime. Did you know that back in the 1930s, Rainier Avenue Radio operated out of a supply closet in the Columbia City Sea First Bank? Well, times have changed and so have we. Now you can hear all the great Rainier Avenue Radio shows on our mobile app for Android and iPhone. It's completely free on the Google Play Store and the iPhone App Store. The Rainier Avenue Radio app.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam. Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at the local Filipino community, PhilAm Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news. Kaya always tune in. PhilAm Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise
healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
What's up, y'all? It's Lonnie Oceans, and I'm kicking it with D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Keeping it way. It's coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Just the other day, we went down to that sacred place where we used to pray. And I saw the people standing there with fear upon their face. And oh, grandmother came to me, and this is what she said. She said, run, 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 man, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 man, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 man, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 man, coming through with this thing. I went out to the market to get myself some bread. And the streets were cold and empty. My heart was filled with dread. And I saw my sister weeping there. My hands upon her head. And I reached my hand to comfort her. And this was what she said. She said, run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing.
When I dive, let me get you a good up. Sudden it looks, they put my brain on a silver platter. Remove the pollution parts that never really matter. Focus on the pain, which make my thoughts scatter. And though I'm told stranger than the laughter, the pain came first, the laughs after. And that's a fact, bruh. The king that take him, left him hyperventilating in the streets like he had asthma. Killing each other as well as the mother earth. Strangle your brother just to make you show that work. He's trying to live for his kid, he just had his purse. But you struggling and broke, that's just the way it works. A little boy with no joy, cause it's your choice. I put the curse on ya. I know some of the ones who say it's easy to do that. Cause if the burger buck foul, they get into a probably smile while they're hanging out.
Run, run, baby, coming through with this thing.
You are the bad now.
Run, run, baby, coming through with this thing.
Bring me over the good now. See here, run about now. True story, look. In their youth, they started out as burglars. Till they got the water guns, started squirting them. That's when they developed that term, homie, I wet ya up. A couple of knuckleheads who lost their skills to knuckle up. Never see them in the gym or in muscles, huh? Cause real hard work, they couldn't muster up. They got cocky after wrapping up a couple bucks. Killed them rivals, seen them parked in that new truck. They got swarmed like some hornets on a soda cup. The stick up kids and now the ones getting stuck. You better cross spreading love, keeping the juice chuck. Cause you never know who's mounted with that king tap. Think you a retailer banging like a super dog. Now the cycle of karma bringing you bad luck. Say you untouchable, really you a sitting duck. Easy pay the real ones who just just a
Run, 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 coming through with this thing.
You run up high now.
Run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 baby, coming through with this thing. Run, 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 cause it's awesome. I'm trying to I don't know your wrath come. How much longer will blood run? Come back to have some fun. Playing out in the sun. Okay. How much work have they done? The life has just begun, gone. I see them busting up their gun. There ain't no way to turn. Trying to get in the future. This is like a shooter. Shot a bunch of mutilate, picnic dilution. Buster, mutual, speak as a mutual. In the style, the executor. Somebody's super. No, that's not no way to
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio every night, 9 to 11 p.m. That is Bad Man. It's a live set from Droid Digging Festival.
Yeah.
With Sean the Shaman, Ethan Tucker, Thrive, and Currency King.
That was live.
Yeah.
It really was.
So good, man.
It was a great day, man. Grass Valley.
Where was that at? Where was that?
Was at a festival called Dry Diggins Festival. Happens every summer in Northern Cali, and that was his past one. And,
Nice.
I'm excited about that record. Ethan Tucker, shout out my big brother Ethan, and shout out Currency King who jumped in that day. Yo, he's crazy. He was.
Was that him on the last verse?
Yeah. He just came wet. That man.
That was a freestyle, wasn't it?
Yeah, that man was on his jam. You could feel it. He was just kind of channeling he was on it. He was on one. And Thrive, it's a cool band. They were playing the instruments that day as the Ethan Tucker band. So dope stuff, man. I'm really happy you played that. Watching it again, I could take it all back in. And that's the cool thing about music is like whether it's like something nostalgic for you, like you hear something like something hear Sweet Caroline, and then that chorus builds up, oh blah blah, people get excited. But it's like also watching these videos of yourself singing these little songs or whatever over a span of time, you get transcended right back into those moments, and that's a dope moment. Shout out to Ethan. Love that dude.
Yes, I mean that's one reason why we actually selected it, because the last time that you checked in, I think you were checking in from a concert. We just played Libations, and you were telling about some stuff that you had on the way with Ethan Tucker.
Yeah, that's that record. Yeah, man, it's that record, but obviously in compressed MP3 file format through your distribution channel. But yeah, that's a special record, man.
What's special about it, man? I can see the emotion you got behind it. Pull us into that feeling.
So basically, it's Ethan had a dream, and he awoke from this dream. This was in 2019.
Wow.
And it was like a nightmarish kind of dream.
Wow.
And when he woke up is when he wrote what would be Bad Man. He wrote, I went to see my brother just the other day. We went down to the sacred place where we learned to pray. And I saw my sister standing there, her hands upon her face. She reached right out to comfort me, blah, blah, blah. Run, run, run. Bad man coming through with a gun. Because in his nightmare, it was like some stuff like that. Some real, some not too happy stuff. And was it militant? Was it, non-militant? I mean, I don't know. That's for Ethan's mind. But he wrote this melody or whatever. So it was in November. 11th month, right?
Right.
Shout out Scorpios out there. I'm Pisces, but so it was in November, and then he comes out. He didn't really go out that much in his life at the time, and he goes out. And when he goes out, that's where he meets me. I'm rapping some of the songs that I would later come out with down the line, but I didn't even really want to rap that night. So there's a whole layers to this whole story where I was like convinced to go and perform by this guy named Chris Barnhart. Mm-hmm. And he was a promoter of this thing, and I was in a band at the time called Dirty Tribe, and I just really wanted to hide in the band. And Torbjørn probably remembers I hit him up to try to record my band, produce my band, and he was like, you should go and go to like a live setting thing. And we were kind of like a Sublime kind of thing. And in my heart, true life, this is important for the story. Since I was a little kid, I've always loved all these styles of music, and obviously I'm a child of hip hop. Like Beat Street, like hip hop, oozing it, I used to take zippers and just to try to hear that scratch sound. And
okay,
I was but I always wanted to be in like a Sublime or a Smash Mouth or a Sugar Ray or one of these bands I saw in the 90s that were blending the live guitar with all that stuff with the turntables, and they were having so much fun. And everybody loved all these records. And when I heard I Just Want to Fly the first time, and it was like cuts happening with a Jamaican,
right.
My mind was like, yo, I knew I was never going to dye my hair with the frosted tips like Mark McGrath. But I knew that I wanted to do something. So it was funny how in that era of my life, I was really trying to do that band because I was trying to stay in the lane of just that Sublime-esque frequency. Ethan, that night when he sees me rap, he comes and talks to me afterwards, and he's like, The music touched my soul.
Yeah.
Amazing, and I'd love to work with you. And I didn't really know who he was at the time. I didn't know he was like this factor. I didn't really know. But I go meet up with him like 2 days later, and he shows me Bad Man. And then I had just like laid to it, and it was just after that moment is when he invited me to be on this Sublime shit, a Sublime cover album, a tribute album called The House That Bradley Built, which is it's like this big. I mean, it went like #1 on the Billboard reggae album charts, like when it dropped. It has like Common Kings and Pepper and Iration and all these reggae acts that are far bigger and far better paid, right? Than, like, you know, like with representation and stuff. But it's because of he had that nightmare, this and that ironically, remember, I was trying to hide in that sublime frequency. And what God did is I ended up literally in by saying yes and being willing to do something I didn't want to do, which was rap my Sean the Shaman. I didn't even want, sorry about my language, I didn't even want to do Perseus, Love is Free, Solomon's Temple, records that people have heard. I didn't want to do them. I didn't want to do District 10. And now I have a band and repertoire, and I play music, and these are my songs, and the shirts say Love is Free and this, that, and the third. But at the time,
great shirt, by the way.
I don't know what it was. Thanks, man. You wearing it. I love it. I didn't know at the time, and I think that there was just something real magical. So seeing that song come to fruition, now the song has traveled. So that was 2019. We're here 4 years later. The record hasn't actually come out yet, but it's been made, and it's sitting on this slotted space on his album, which is his first album in like a long time, since he was touring the world with like Michael Franti and Slightly Stupid and these people. So I'm just really thankful to be a part of that. And I'm thankful that Chris saw something in me to rap that night, and that Ethan came up, and it just is a beautiful thing. And I think that sometimes some things, I feel like I believe in destiny, and I believe, like, as a kid, I knew I wanted to be in that space. I had no idea one day I would like be talking to, you know, Bradley's son from Sublime, or I'd be talking to like the actual people, John Phillips, who found the band. And you know, I didn't know. I don't think that but there's really no limit. If your imagination, if you're magnetized to something, like for some reason you're really interested in subject matter, whatever it is, like if you think about it enough, or like you really love it enough, or it's crazy. It is really crazy how it happens. Because the world will just pull it out of you. I was in the Army. I was a combat medic jumping out of aircraft. I got hurt. You know, I got hurt in 82nd Airborne, jumping out of airplanes. And I got found to be, I got sent to this detail, and it was 400 young E4 and below, such as myself. It was like 2010 at the time. And I got selected. Out of those 400, I was one of 4 picked to sing a cappella. Wow. And that's some music found me, right? Like you think about something enough. Ethan found me, like, you know, it finds
real quick. You just touched on something real special. I want you to stay right in that mode, right in that story, but talk a little bit about that experience of that first a cappella situation. Because I think everyone's first little moment, everyone kind of has like an aha moment as a creative, whether it's a song, it's a freestyle, it's a pat on the back after you kick something. So talk a little bit about that first time, or were you nervous, or, you know, how did you accept? Did you deny destiny? How did you embrace that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I was hurt, right? So I was a high speed. I don't know if you guys know a lot about military stuff, but as a medic, I was with an infantry regiment. So I was like I was high PT, like a real high speed medic. I got hurt on a big operation. A lot of people got hurt on. It wasn't frowned upon. It was just boo-hoo that I was hurt, right? So I'm not doing PT, and I'm doing sick call. Well, as I'm healing up, it takes time. This first sergeant comes in. He's an important dude. He asked me, he's looking for some other people to send to this detail. So I literally said to him, hey, you don't send me to insert expletive word here. Okay. Can you please? And he's outranks me by a lot. But I was so depressed. And that's what I'm getting at here.
Is it like they could send you where they want, since you're not going to be?
Well, what I'm saying is that lifestyle, though it's like respected or whatever, it was actually quite depressing, man. And it was really, it was weakening my soul, and I would have done anything to go anywhere. I didn't know that day, you know, that I was going to go to get a chance to sing. So when I showed up, and the way it happened, there's like judges, and they come in and they're clean and they look happy, and these guys are like chorus section leaders, and out of the 22,000 paratroopers in 82nd Airborne, there's like 12 people in the chorus.
Have you ever sang in like a choir or anything?
Never in my life. I mean, I sing in church, singing to God, like when you got to sing with the words in the back. And my mom was a singer at church, and my brother and sister singing choir. But I was I was in the rap music, and I wasn't singing nobody's choir. Growing up, I was on some other stuff, But this opportunity, man, they looked happy, and I was sad. And if you would have looked around the room, you would have saw a lot of sad faces, just like mine, anxious for that moment to have that smile, to have Starbucks in your hand and be feeling like you somebody, because we was beat down. You see what I'm saying? So like when it came to chance for everyone to get a chance to sing, there was this song that I sang a lot in basic, and I loved it. And it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge.
Classic.
And I recalled on that moment, and I couldn't really sing, but I knew I could like yodel, like throw my voice. Like I knew I could do like something.
You really got to be depressed to hit that.
And so, man, I hit that thing. And let me tell you, not only did I hit that thing, when I announced the record, the dude who was influential in the Five, his name was Sergeant Blue. I said, I'm singing.
That's his rank. He gave
I said,
salute.
I said, Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. He said, oh, that's a great song. And I remember I was like, oh, we in. Like,
Right.
And so out of those 400, when they split us up into two, I'd say my second song was terrible. But you know what? I was already, sometimes you just got to show up. Sometimes you got to be willing. And then, you know what? I was nervous. That first time singing like Mambo ass, when we had to really do it, oh, man, I was like lip syncing and quiet and like not, because there's no error. You know what I'm saying? You can't, they'll know. And it's not like the whole, could just be a small situation. It could be an arena, and you don't want to be on no NASCAR full of stands with a bad sound. Like there's no room for no music to hide it. There's no fancy moves. There was nothing. We wasn't like show choir. We would stand there, the position of attention, or like a modified, and just sing. And that was my first when I was 19, 20 years old. So before all this other stuff, I was already traveling quite a bit.
So I was gonna say salute, because I am an Army brat, so salute to you for that. When you were speaking about performing the acapella, and I was gonna ask you, what are some things you took away from performing at the festival as opposed to like performing at Jazz Bones?
Oh yeah. I'll tell you this, man. The festivals are great because we as artists get to be peers with the people who at the phase I'm at in my career, a lot of people who I've looked up to for a long time. And so you might find yourself having a conversation with a member of the Wu-Tang Clan or something. You might find yourself in these moments of where it's very casual and you are in that space. And those have been really rewarding because I feel like the music I make is kind of unique. And I feel like I've always known that it had a place on the shelf, but much like there's ketchups and mustards, and I've always been really passionate about my barbecue sauce.
Great
like, this is mine. And it's nice when you go to those places, you feel like you're stepping into the real shelf life of whatever that scene may be. And when you're allowed to just have your, maybe you remember the first time you maybe saw what's that rooster sauce everyone loves? Sriracha. Might have been a little thrown. Yeah, but you maybe were introduced to it before I was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe you were.
Not too much. I mean, we got our own. We got Mang Tomas.
So see what I'm saying?
Which is the lechon.
Fenendeni.
I'm Filipino, so
that's real. So
we got different. We got way different sauces.
I think that's the main thing is that, and the playing to the crowds and getting to interact with people who've traveled for your style of music or to meet people like you. They'll come from far and wide to go to those big festivals, and they get a chance to see, and then you get that chance to introduce your music to people who you'll never have the chance to really do that with in that setting, like people from insert state or country, Australia. It's harder for me to get there than it is for them to show up in that space. And then the Jazz Bone stuff is lit. Like everything that's local in Washington is cool because this is for really, I feel like we make the music for ourselves. Maybe, I mean, for me, I'll say this.
Respect.
I make the music for like me and like the people that love me. Yeah. And like in that a lot of people that have maybe passed away who can't speak for themselves anymore, or like
respect.
Yeah, the people that like like a lot of those people who I was with in that depressing 82nd Airborne experience, they're not going to hop on a radio and get to say that or even be willing to say that. So it's like those kind of traumatic, those people who maybe feel stifled, I feel a responsibility for Spanaway explicitly, and maybe like some of the other sub communities,
right,
to kind of speak for them.
Right.
And I feel like that's what I take with me to those festivals is all that Tacoma Spanaway. I get to just bring it, and then that's just what it is. And we're just
Also, what places did you get to travel in the military, if there's any?
Man, I went to because I got recruited to sing. I just went to like every state. I didn't go to Iraq. I didn't go to Afghanistan. I ended up just being. I spent the beginning of my career preparing to go to those bigger deployments and do these bigger things, but the way it just worked out,
Gotcha.
We were preparing for GRF, and I didn't do that. Plus, I basically had a choice. And my dad, I should tell you this, my brother's a Marine still, and he's got a lot going with him. And my dad, he's retired Army. So before I took the job singing, I kind of had this weird, like, I had like these doubts about it because I thought maybe it was a little too soft versus this kind of harder, this harder thing that I was doing. And kind of some of the men and the people I was around was a little bit, this is singing, whereas we were preparing to,
I feel like, I don't know. I guess it depends on, like, my dad's retired Army too. And he called me today and gave me like an idea for a song.
Yeah, but the 82nd Airborne is rough, man. And it's a different kind of personality, and I was a young person, and so I might ask my dad, like, should I do this, or what do you think? That does it make me any less of a? And he was like, look, man, bullets are hot. he was like, hey, man, bullets are real hot, man. And he's like, and it's real hot here, and you real tall, man, and there's not a lot of room here. You're really not missing much, man. He's like, I've been doing this one. My brother was on some like, what, you could sing? I would definitely. He's like,
I was gonna say they appreciate it way more. Like,
it was like
once they've done all that, they're like, no, I'd much rather pursue something in that realm.
And I needed that.
Like my dad literally called me today and gave me like a song, like he wanted me to do the song, and I was like, okay.
Well,
I'm like, okay, Dad, but I mean,
well, speaking of singing praises, man, we got to get to birthday love, man. So we're gonna celebrate some birthdays, and while we do this, Torbjørn, get mentally prepared because you're gonna perform right after these birthdays, man. So get ready.
Let's go.
Let's celebrate some birthdays real quick. In Portland, Dante Thomas, happy birthday to him.
Hey,
yeah, very talented MC right there. Jordan Callahan, right here in Seattle, happy birthday.
Unemployed.
My guy.
Sonny Bonaho, if you don't know about Seattle, man, he's a legend.
Happy B-Day, Sonny. That's Tac Town.
And Santonio Bandanas.
Hey.
He's also a legend out here in Seattle, man.
OG.
Definitely. Oh, and one more. He's been on the show a couple of times. Grinch, happy birthday.
Oh, Grinch.
Yes.
OG.
Yeah.
All right, man. Any other birthdays?
No birthdays, but happy graduation to my nephew and my niece, both graduating in the next couple of weeks.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
That's nice.
Birthdays, Sean?
Oh, do I have any birthdays, man?
Anybody in your life celebrating?
You know
birthday?
what? I don't think so, man. I think that my nephew is graduating though. Keyshawn Lewis, Foss High School.
Okay.
And he's graduating soon, man. But yeah, shout out to all the. Is this tourist season still?
It's still tourists, yeah.
Shout out to all the tourists.
Torbjørn, anybody?
No birthdays, but happy graduation to my girlfriend Jacqueline.
Yes.
And my homie Andy used to always say at the birthday question, like, "Oh, it was just my birthday." 6 months ago in April. Like it doesn't matter what time of year it was. I just celebrated my birthday. Yeah, like literally like 9 months ago. Yeah, you missed it, but
is he one of those dudes who goes into any store and says, "Hey, it's my birthday. Can I get something free?"
Skip the line.
I don't think he's like that, but
gotta love it.
Anyone who celebrates their whole birthday month, you gotta stop that nonsense.
My guy used to lie about his birthday at Papa Doe. Skip the line.
Trust me, go talk to a Leo about that one. All right, man.
D-Money's roasting.
Any other birthday? Mambo? Anybody?
We shouted him out, but shout out to J Key, man. His birthday coming up.
Yeah, happy birthday, J Key, man. All right, let's get to this live performance. Torbjørn.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to say anything before we go, or do you just want me to just drop the beat?
Are we doing the track that I sent you?
Yeah, it's called Polar Show Master A.
Yeah, it's just called Polar. But that's all the other information for the DJ behind the scenes. But now the curtain has been lifted, so they all know it's the show track, and we went with version A of the master. So shout out my mastering engineer Syfe down in LA. He holds me down. This song's about a Olympic ski jumper from Norway who won a gold medal in 1994. Mastered a different style of ski jumping that was like popularized in the late 80s and early 90s. In the competition that he competed in right before the Olympics, he got last place when trying to do this new technique. And so it's like a comeback story. Well, it's a metaphor through that, but really it's about how anyone who's down and out, no matter how last place you are, you could always come back and you could always win as long as you never stop trying.
Okay, let's do this, y'all. Live performance, Torbjørn.
Yeah. Check. You can keep the beat hot like that.
Okay.
Shoot every shot, even last place can rise to the top. If only one can win, then any doubters can miss me. Didn't come all this way for what if, so revision is history, it's no mystery. Now I'ma either win or die trying, but I got the confidence to jump and just know I can fly. Pattern recognition, stay ahead of the style. Here staying, making moves till I'm living my best. To the midnight sun shines in our Northwest, we staying up till we see the sun again. The night's so cold and humbling. The highs get rid of our troubles and the lows just keep on rumbling. We up till we see the sun again. The night's so cold and humbling. The highs get rid of our troubles and the lows just keep on rumbling. Fresh Juice exclusive. Rainier Avenue Radio. Polar. Performing with live dance choreography, and it's like a movie and a light show that play, and it's the part of the song where I thank the dancer and tell everybody thank you for spending your evening with us. And y'all look amazing. Y'all look so fly. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, so thank you for that.
Yes.
And then we get into it. Yeah. You looking fly tonight. Brighter than aurora in the sky tonight. Yeah. Fungi, flora, fauna, wide-eyed tonight. Underground dressed to the nines tonight. Ooh. Side by side the sight of all the outfits. Slaps got that old school swagger like your granddad's Cadillac. Oh snap, I remember 94 like I shot it with the Kodak. Vibing on a throwback, flowing with my flow back. So we staying up till we see the sun again. Yeah. The night's so cold and humbling. The highs get rid of our troubles and the lows just keep on rumbling. Yo. Yeah. Let's go.
Torbjørn with the grand slam. Oh man.
We up till we see the sun again. The night's so cold and humbling. The highs get rid of our troubles and the lows just keep on rumbling. We up till we see the sun again. The night's so cold and humbling. The highs get rid of our troubles and the lows just keep on rumbling.
Yeah.
Fresh juice exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're keeping that too.
So good. That's a vibe.
I really appreciate the cinematic, aspect of the music, man. It's definitely played out like a movie.
Woo!
For sure.
Man, we got to get to another commercial break real quick, and we're actually right before the break. We're going to change things up a little bit with that type of feel. Now we're going to go to a funky R&B feel on this next record. So, Les Femme Fatales, coming out of San Francisco, got No Ordinary Type of Love. So enjoy this joint right here, No Ordinary Type of Love by Les Femme Fatales, right here on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Stay tuned. We got a live freestyle from Sean the Shaman coming on the way, so keep it locked.
As I open you up and turn around, I see just what you see in me. I begin to read your thoughts and mine. I feel the passion flowing through your body, crossing into mine. Through your eyes I see the fantasies you dream of inside your mind. Close your eyes and you will find this ain't no ordinary type of love. No ordinary type of love. This ain't no ordinary type of love. No ordinary type of love. Mind's preoccupied, body's moving, but a soul intertwined. Can't slow down, we turn around. In our minds we keep on talking.
What's up, y'all? It's Lonnie Oceans, and I'm kicking it with D Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, keeping it wavy. It's coming in hot, coming in hot.
May is here, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world will be celebrating Asian American, Pacific, and Hawaiian Islander Heritage Month all month long. Go to our website, www.rainieravenueradio.world, for the schedule of programs and special programs of interest to honor, celebrate the successes and achievements of Asian Americans during this Asian American, Pacific, and Hawaiian Islander Heritage Month.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Goat Show. The Neon Goat Show. Right here on Rainier. What's it? Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I am so tired. I have to pee.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, yo, this is L Rock, and you tuned into the Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with D Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo, where it's always jugging.
Baby, let's FaceTime. I wanna know what's on your mind. Baby, let's FaceTime. Just tell me what is on your mind. I've been on the road, chasing after my dreams, always on the go, staying fresh and so clean. I know I've been gone so long, girl. I've been gone so long. Just you pick up your phone whenever you're alone. I wanna know how you're doing and what it is you're up to. I wanna hear about the newest things that you got into. I don't suppose it's the worst thing to spend some time apart, just knowing I am not there. You still got my heart. Baby, let's FaceTime. I wanna know what's on your mind. Baby, let's FaceTime. Just tell me what is on your mind. Forever I am sold. For you, girl, I'm head over heels. You're worth more than gold, and I just wanna close the deal. There's no time for guessing. I'll let you know right now. Don't you send me no message. I want FaceTime with you, girl. Oh, how beautiful you are, despite lights and camera angles. And since you wore your lingerie, girl, for that I have to thank you. You know you're something special. I wish you were here right now, but thank God for technology, 'cause the night is going down. Baby, let's FaceTime. I wanna know what's on your mind. Baby, let's FaceTime. Just tell me what is on your mind. All right now, I want FaceTime, FaceTime, FaceTime with you. I want FaceTime, FaceTime, some FaceTime would be cool. I want FaceTime, FaceTime, FaceTime with you. I want FaceTime, FaceTime, some FaceTime would be cool. FaceTime, FaceTime, FaceTime with you. I want FaceTime, FaceTime, some FaceTime would be cool. I want FaceTime.
That was
All right,
groovy.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Let's
Wow, that was
FaceTime Darnick McAlpin out of the ATL featuring AUC Spock.
Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the-
that-
yeah, the puppet acting as well, man. I love it. I love it. It's dope.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to the Crank Yankees.
The crank.
Let's go.
He's taking it back, man. Yeah, let's FaceTime. There you go. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. I think that I read the little bio about it, and that guy actually wrote that with his daughter, man. So that was some dope stuff.
Fly.
Man. Yeah.
He made a hit.
Yes, he did, man. Let's FaceTime. So next time you hit your girl up, you got to put that jam on. So let's FaceTime, man. I mean, we was all singing in the studio too, man. But anyway, who were live on there? There was Sean the Shaman, Torbjørn. Before we get to this freestyle, real quick, man, you were mentioning about that band that you've been working with recently.
Yeah, Pungent Sound.
Pungent
man.
Sound.
Yeah. So we just did a couple shows. We had a show with Devin the Dude the other night. That was fun. Pungent Sound is basically, my music adapted into live music with some liberties taken, with the way it's directed. So
dope.
It's dope, man. Yeah, it's got Sean Kirkendall on piano, got Gutty Ranks on guitar, Torian Wilson on drums. He's sick. Hippie G 253, of course, on the hand percussion. Jordan Wasman on the bass. It's basically just like a who's who of some of my homies that play in different bands and different things on their own. But we call it Pungent Sound because we all from the Tacoma area, and Puget Sound, Pungent Sound. People often say that it stinks, right?
Has an aroma.
of
Tacoma aroma.
I don't smell it, but I
some
guess.
people, so it's taking the smelly and kind of flipping it a little bit. And you can smell us a block away, with the pungent before the sound. So I'm excited about it. It's a pack of wolves. It's a pack of killer whales. Just going out and hunting and doing some indigenous Northwest music stuff. You feel me? So I'm excited about it. We play again with Indubious. Indubious is this reggae group. They're really dope. They've toured with like Stephen Marley and Sublime Rome. They're phenomenal. They're coming to Tacoma late June, so we're playing there, and then we're playing again at the Brody Nation Music Festival in July, which is a lot of bands and people are playing out there. That'll be a good something for the Northwest music scene, right? So a lot of bands and people have come through there, including Aaron Jones and other people who've gone on to mass success. Steel Beans, who's opening for Tenacious D now on a
King
on their
Youngblood,
days.
I think, played there last summer as well.
They're playing. You're playing. You're there.
I think we're on the same
You're
night.
on the
at
same
Brody
night,
Nation,
and
yeah.
King Youngblood is there. Yeah,
That's gonna be a good night, man.
So Torbjørn and Grandmasters will be there. So yeah, the band stuff. Just kind of before I was doing a lot of DJing and rapping and kind of now I can kind of just be in my. A lot of people think I'm a rapper. I'm not really like a rap. I mean, I guess I do the verb of rapping, and I'm a student of hip hop, and I'm an MC for sure, and all that. But I feel much more like a Red Hot Chili Pepper or like a Sugar Ray Mark. I feel more like these people. I feel like I write records, and even like the relationship to catching the flow and all that stuff to me is just more of like a gift that I get to hold. Because there was a time I remember it was so precious. Then I remember a time it went away. Then I remember it coming back, and I remember. So like for me, the music thing now is much more like I'm just thankful to do it. Your body changes as you age. You go through things. Some people fall off. People you think you play with forever. All these things happen. Drama happens. Real life happens. But that music could be always faithful, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man. So
I definitely see the focus in the melody as far as, not just a cadence, but like you said, a melody that you kind of just freestyle and have.
Yeah, and and my soul is kind of carrying, a lot, and I think that I love to just play the music, and wherever I fit in, I don't play very many instruments and nothing like that. But DJs allow me to be a part of so many different things, and play so many different types of music and satisfy that part of the palette, where you're more of a utility kind of giving something. That people already kind of established that they want to receive versus being the creator where you're creating something that maybe it's not in line with the status quo or the normal thing. So you're actually kind of testing that out on listeners and giving them something different. And occasionally you do strike gold. You know, occasionally you do get some really great reception, and then occasionally you don't. And I think that that's the same. Like, but I remember seeing something about baseball players can like miss like 9 out of 10 swings and be like paid very well. So I was just like, I don't mind missing a little, a lot.
The thing is, if you don't swing, you're not gonna hit.
You're not gonna swing, yeah, because you can still, that's part of it. And they need somebody to play that baseball, and so the industry is gonna keep spinning, and sometimes people got to step off the wheel, and get away from everything that it demands to play music. And so it's important, I think, that to appreciate it when you enjoy it, and it's all going together in a way that like you like to play your shows, and the shows are doing well, and you're making some coin, because it can go up and it can go down. And we've seen a lot of great names come and do very well, and then not do so well psychologically or whatever it is, on the back end. So I'm just happy to be here cooking up the fresh juice with y'all.
Yes, speaking of, man, we were talking about a Tacoma aroma. So how about we have some stank face, and when we get to this freestyle?
Oh, let's do it, man.
Get pungent.
Let's rap a little bit.
It's about to get real pungent up in here.
Fresh juice exclusive.
Let's go.
Let's go to freestyle Shaman. This beat, by the way, is by Torbjørn.
Yeah, Torbjørn on the beat. Hey, let's go.
Torbjørn on the beat.
It sound good. I hear that violin. Live music sounding like my guys from Pungent Sound. Pungent Sound, a pack of wolves. Hungry enough to eat it all except the hooves. Evergreen trees grow indigenously up in my hood, and like Torbjørn, yeah, my click good. My standards is lower than Hollywood. Playing music, dancing around like Bollywood. Hey, hit my line when you get to SeaTac. Come out to the square, show you where the green's at. Call up Jonah Tacoma, we'll head straight over. Load you up a dab that'll put you in the coma. Stop off on 6 at the old Southern Kitchen. Catfish fried right, yo, that thing's kicking.
Let's go.
Avoid the homeless who don't do for theyself, so they salivate at the sights of my wealth. Conceal carry, boy, wait up on my bill. Mess around with me, could be bad for your head.
The Shaman.
R.I.P. to Chris G. Buried my brother, I was only 15. Remember my homie Trubs looking up at me, screaming for it's like blood dripping down my knees. Been over a decade, but I'm still plagued from all the memories from back in the day. But we moving forward, never ever back. So much love and span away and attack. Every peel head and that modern day smack. Even those new MCs that be dropping new tracks, but greedy for more dots who got no class. Messing with my money, put you in the body cast off principle. Repeat client, homie, things residual.
What?
I own my own name, I'm a business bro.
Yo.
Finna take this beat up like crescendo. I don't front for the front door of the front page, homie, I just run my route.
Yeah.
I brought my city waves, it was sitting in the drought. Put my soul up on the track, show them what I'm about.
What you about?
The microphone and they started giving clout. But what the heck is that about? They used to look in doubt. I never fit in, I'm too busy standing out.
Yeah.
And I don't need a cosign, my signature is fine.
Let's
I'm
go.
the new Rev Run, king of rock on the climb. Pulling up in perfect shine, that's a mafia connect.
Yeah.
I'll pick and strike your block, puts the candy on a check. Could turn you to a op, starve your butt to death. But I tried to be the homie with my hand outstretched. You don't need mass appeal to get my respect. Don't need to be verified to get your head checked.
Yeah.
I stay high like a hot air balloon. Like Torbjørn's tour, I'll be back soon. Let's get out of here.
Fresh juice exclusive. Sean the Shaman. Pungent sounds.
Let's get out.
Hey, where's that steak face at?
Torbjørn on the beat.
Torbjørn on the beat. Great beat.
Sean the Shaman. Let's go.
Fresh juice. We had fun.
Thank you, Mambo, for giving us that steak face, man. That was
Live.
Oh my God, dope stuff, man.
Since we got a little bit of time for the last question, I wanted to ask both of you: would you rather perform for $5,000 in front of like 50 people, or perform in front of 5,000 people for free?
I'm gonna take the 5,000, Craig, for 70. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 5,000
for the 50 people.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying like a Jeopardy answer, like
gotcha.
like I'm gonna
Daily
take the
double.
5,000. Well, because here's the thing: if those 50 people really love you,
right,
that's better than 5,000 people who really don't give a shit about you.
Nice.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we in this game for a lot of reasons, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give it the same performance to 50 people that I give to 5,000 people. Like, I'm here because it's my expression, not because of how I feel like a crowd is going to feed my ego or anything like that. My ego gets fed just from being able to play my art, like, uncensored and, all of that stuff. And obviously 5 racks would be great.
For sure. 5 racks would be great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ain't no more truth than that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're up on that line of final words. So we want to give you both the opportunity. Anything you want to say. How about you go first, Tor?
Thanks for the opportunity. You guys are cool as hell. And I'm going to be on tour for the next 2 weeks up and down the West Coast. So you can check me out, beatsbytor.com. The video is out. The EP is coming out in a couple days, and lots more awesome music to come. Maybe something with me and Sean. Who knows? We've been talking about it behind the scenes for a long time. So
me and Tor go back, man.
Yeah, a lot of respect for this guy. He's a talented dude.
Thanks,
and keep up the good work, bro. You're fire.
Honestly, Torbjørn is... you got to give him his flowers now. Okay. He does more than meets the eye. And even more than that, he's built a command center that I've only seen rivaled by maybe the Power Rangers in the late 90s.
Zordon in them.
He's got a Zordon thing going on. And he's got an Alpha. What was that thing called? Alpha
Johnny 5.
Johnny 5, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The real ones, remember. He's doing so much. And he even... we talk about the music, but his production's crazy as far as the actual live show. He has like lights and things going on. He's just so far ahead in art and music. And it's exciting to see, his merch all have the Sode. It's his own logo on all the merch. It's like the little things. He's got all this stuff going on that I see that I'm just like, wow, and I remember when I thought just DJing and this and that, but they used to say that to me. Oh, you just DJ and this and that. They didn't know I was a singing a cappella dude from like back. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know. Because no one knows. We don't know each other. We gotta
real ones know
time.
Though. And I remember the first time that I met you and you were just on the decks. And
Yeah.
as soon as you picked up the mic, the crowd control and all these little things I knew off top, I was like, this guy does a lot of things.
Oh man, that's love. Well, and it's all children of the Northwest. And so, all of our cultures, we talk about the Norwegian thing. We talk about all of our cultures, it took a lot of centuries for all of our bloodlines to even be cohabiting in space, sharing in whatever ethers are coming off Mount Rainier and from these orcas and these waters and this grass is so green. So when we catch the vitamin D wave, especially like we've been catching the last couple of weeks, I feel like we're honestly a cheat code. Number 1 draft picks come from out of this region. Paolo Banchero last year, and other ones I could bring up. But it's not even it's not even about I don't think what's shown. It's about like what you feel, and I just love the art and all the multitude. I'm glad you guys have this platform. My last comment before I go is thank you again for letting me come, for sharing my art, for showcasing it to the world, all the listeners out there. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to see us live, not only does Torbjørn have a tour, but Pungent Sound and myself are playing. It's a live band experience with me flowing with Indubious at Jazz Bones in late June, a reggae and hip hop show. So hope to see you there.
We heard a taste of Sean on the mic, but I could say from knowing all the individuals in his band, they may not all be household names, but they are all absolutely heavy hitters as individuals. So you can imagine what happens when the group comes together. You got to see Pungent Sound,
Man, that's what's up. And on that note, because there was just so much love on there. All right, man. Let's talk about next week. It's all about youth next week. We got a very young singer and model, Blue Sky, joining us. on May 24th, and it'll be joined by Double B, who's part of the youth development organization for artists called The Bridge. So check that out. May 24th, that's next week, 9 to 11 p.m. Wednesday, right here, Fresh Juice. Just follow us on our YouTube there. It'll be all set up for you. Can even youtube.com/@FreshJuiceMedia. I'll see clips from the show there, and also full episodes watch there, and just get your whole Fresh Juice on for a while right there. Also on IG and Twitter, follow us there at Fresh Juice Media. Also on our Facebook, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. A portion of tonight's interview will be heard on DJ Defcon's programs, The Re-Up and the Massive Mix Session. You can check those out Thursdays, 8 to 10 p.m. KSBR, and on Fridays, KZA X. Sorry, I had something in my throat. All right, so yeah, check it out. A portion of the interview will be there. Thank you to DJ Defcon. The Neon Ghost Show is next, so we got to leave. So thank you all for tuning in with another edition of Fresh Juice. Everybody in the comments, we love you as well. Peace. Bless.